Good morning, students. Welcome to English class. Today we are going to discuss the chapter Bholi from the textbook Footprints Without Feet. Let's go with the chapter. This story has been written by K.A. Abbas. It is about the transformation of a young timid girl into a bold young woman capable of taking her own decisions. So let's go with the summary of the chapter. From her childhood, Sulekha alias Boli, otherwise Sulekha, her other name she was called as Boli, was little slow. She was the fourth daughter and seventh and youngest child of Nambedar Ramlal. When she was 10 years old, she had fallen from her cot on her head. This had perhaps damaged some part of her brain, and she was therefore a backward child. Also, when she was 2 years old, she had an attack of smallpox. Only her eyes were saved. Her entire body was permanently disfigured by deep black pockmarks. She could not speak until she was 5, and then also she stammered when she spoke. The other children made fun of her. Therefore, she spoke very little. When Boli was 7 years old, all her elder sisters were married or their marriage had been fixed. Ramlal was worried about Boli and her marriage. The same year, a primary school for girls was opened in their village. The village Tahsildar asked Ramlal to send his daughters to the school. To obey his orders, Boli was sent to school. For the first time, Boli was dressed up decently by her parents. She was bathed, oiled, and given new decent clothes to wear. Boli was terribly frightened and resisted to go to the new place. Her teacher took special interest in Boli. She spoke to her softly and patted her with love whenever she stammered. When Boli entered the room, Boli could not understand what the lady teacher had asked. She sat silently and submissively looking at the pictures on the wall. On being asked the name, Boli started crying when she failed to answer due to stammering. She told her that when she would become learned, then no one will ever be able to laugh at her. People would listen to her and respect her. Boli found new hope in her teacher's words and resolved to study hard. The years passed. The village became a small town. The little primary school became a high school. A cinema had opened under a tin shed, and a cotton grinding mill had also opened. The mail train had begun to stop at the village railway station. One night after dinner, Ramlal asked his wife if he should accept Bishamber's proposal for marriage with Boli. Bishamber was a rich grocer from another village, but he was as old as Ramlal. He also walked with a limp, and the children from his first wife were quite grown up. Boli's mother was not deterred by these facts. She only wanted to see Boli married and therefore asked Ramlal to accept the proposal. Boli was not asked and neither did she say anything. Bishambarnath came with a big marriage party with pomp and show. Ramlal was overjoyed to see such pomp and splendor. Boli's elder sisters were envious to her luck. When the auspicious moment came, Boli was led to the bride's place near the sacred fire. When the bridegroom was about to garland the bride, a woman slipped back the silken veil from the bride's face. Bishamber took a quick glance. He saw the pockmarks on the face of Boli. He said if he was to marry her, her father must give him 5,000 rupees. Ramlal pleaded with him and asked him to accept a smaller amount. But Bishambar was unmoved. At last, Ramlal gave him the money for his honor. When Bishambar was about to garland the bride unveiled her face and her hand. Struck out like a streak of lightning, the garland was flung into the sacred fire. She asked her father in a clear and loud voice to take back the money. She refused to marry the man who was mean, greedy, and contemptible. Other women wondered how Boli, a harmless dumb cow, had become so violent. Bishambarnath and his party went back. Ramlal stood rooted to the ground. His head bowed low with grief and shame. He asked Boli what they would do with her. Boli told her father that she would serve them in old age. She would teach in the same school where she had learned so much about life. Her teacher supported her and expressed her satisfaction in her decision. She felt a deep satisfaction as an artist completing her masterpiece. This is the end of the story. The message communicated by the story is the story conveys the message that little love and affection can play a huge role in transforming one's life. It also highlights the importance of education for the girls. I would like to wish you an amazing day. Thank you for watching this video.